Okay, so we said setup-wise was great. Stand the golf ball really, really good. The one thing I want to just focus on is the takeaway. Previously, looking at the two sort of green lines here, previously the club was going back sort of out and through that green line, and we got a lot of forearm rotation. So at this point here now, the club shaft is actually pointing back a bit on the inside. Now if we look at the one on the right-hand side, as we go back, that for me is fab. That's really good. But I mean, the shaft there straight back towards the camera there, over your toes, nicely positioned, and your arms now nice and connected to your body. You can see your left arm there now, so nice into your chest, whereas this one now is starting to move a little bit further away. Only a smidgen, but we know a smidgen from the sweet spot is enough to hit the heel. And if we start getting maybe an inch or two out of impact, which is what the difference you've got there, that's that sort of low hoiky one off to the left. So the club now is going to start working back on a good angle. We can hinge the wrist up as we swing the club. We're not rolling and folding the forearms. People sort of get this misconception, you've got to do this with your forearms. In reality, we just turn our chest away with the golf club, and everything now is going to work together on the way back. We haven't got to try to sort of add any manipulated movement there. So your hand's almost going up quite high and sort of twisting that golf club. At this position here now, I would say your golf club swing plane is somewhere on that line there, so quite flat. So therefore, you've then got to try and manipulate the golf club from sort of position, should we say here, 3 seconds dead, to try and get that club back to the golf ball by 4 seconds. So you've got 1 second to try and readjust that golf club. And when you get lots of shots in a row, you get it. But when you're in shots one at a time with a different length club from a different lie, all the variations in the game of golf, if you're trying to rely on an adjustment or a compensation in 1 second with a club head speed of 70 plus mile an hour, it's always going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, so for me, if we can get a good setup like you have, once the club face now goes back much more towards sort of the camera there, as you can see the hand staying nicely inside the club. Once you hinge the top of the backswing here, now you're in a good position. You just react. You don't need to then worry about trying to manipulate or adjust. You can just turn the body back to the golf ball. Nice strike as we can see, and the ball then just fizzes through as you complete your swing. It's a little bit, you sort of get to about there and sort of stop, and that's sort of almost like an arm movement there because the body's not quite moving as much as potentially it needs to. But that for me is probably something we'll do a little bit later on possibly. I think if we try and think of two things at one time in less than 2 seconds, we do nothing. So I would focus primarily on getting that club going back. As we can see now, hands staying nicely inside the club head as you go back. That wall drill will be quite a good thing. So if you sort of picture that there, if you were sort of setting up with the wall there, you could swing the golf club back and you'd miss the wall. The club not going into that wall at all until it's sort of way above your hips there. However, if we look at this one, if we put a wall up against you there, okay, as that club goes back, there, you hit the wall. Okay, you see the club is just sort of blurring through there, you hit the wall. And the hands have actually moved further away. The one thing to be careful of though, when you're trying not to hit the wall, you don't just push your arms further out. It's where your thumb's point or your forearm rotation is that causes the club to either get too far behind you or in the correct position. It's not you just pushing your arms out further. Okay, does that make sense, Matt? Yeah? Yeah, good.
How do I know if I'm taking away?
Yeah, so your hands are just staying out. There you go, exactly. That's a little bit almost exaggerated, hooded going back there slightly, but yeah, as you go back there before, the drill we said about putting the club in your belly button, be quite a good one, so just push up into the belly button there. Now grip it normal as you would do, right down the middle of the shaft, a normal set there you go. And now just turn your shoulders, there you go. The club now is going to work back in the correct position again. You wouldn't go any further than where you've gone there, that's fine there, perfect. And you can see now looking down the line, the club is still what we call outside the hand. It's not sort of gone too far. And there's no forearm rotation there. You're just simply turning, exactly. We don't want manipulation with the hands and arms, exactly. We turn the body, we hinge the wrist, and the club just returns back to the golf club. Exactly, and we come back there. Okay, that makes sense then? Yeah, so a couple of drills there, you can sort of practice that and understand obviously what you're doing, because again you said you can't see yourself, but what we've got to try and do is look at the ball flight. If you're getting that low heely one, 9 times out of 10 I would suggest it's probably come from you pushing your arms further from the body. Okay, there are other reasons why, but there's not many tenses in your swing that would cause that. Generally for you that heely one is the pushing out there with the hands, and then when it goes low left, you then might start trying to open the club face to stop it go left, because it's almost an unconscious thing. When the ball's going left, I'll just twist the face. We do things that I'm thinking about sometimes. Almost your unconscious kicks in. You're on a golf course, if you get 3 shots left in the trees somewhere, and you come to a tee of trouble left, what are you going to do? Hit it right. You're going to do something you can to try and hit it to the right there, okay? Alright, have a couple more then with that hybrid then, Matt, and then we'll see how it goes from there.